The soft sounds of water lapping against the hull of Henry's small fishing boat set the stage beneath the Tower Bridge, where the everyday chaos of London feels impossibly distant. The overcast sky casts a muted light, adding a melancholic beauty to the scene. As the gentle current of the River Thames flows by, Henry, a seasoned fisherman, feels a deep connection to the water. He gazes upward, where the vibrant life of London buzzes overhead, tourists laughing, bicycles whizzing past, and the distant notes of a street musician's melody drifting down to him. Below, it is a different world, one shaped by the rhythm of nature and the pull of the tides. Here, Henry finds solace, immersed in the quietude of the river, as if the water itself is whispering secrets only he can hear. This sacred space is where his stories begin, echoing through time, waiting to be unveiled. The morning mist hangs low, curling around the arches of Tower Bridge as Henry stirs to life in his small boat. The rhythmic lapping of the Thames against the hull serenades him awake, a familiar and comforting sound. With practiced hands he retrieves his worn fishing rod, its surface weathered yet sturdy, a vessel of countless memories. As he organizes his modest gear, nets tangled and hooks gleaming in the soft light, he delights in the routine that ties him to the river. He takes a moment to breathe in the scent of damp earth and water, grounding himself in this tranquil sanctuary before the world above stirs to life. He casts a glance toward the bustling activity on the bridge, the laughter and chatter of tourists growing louder, juxtaposed with his solitude. It all reminds him of a fragile balance. While they flit by above, he immerses himself in the serenity beneath the surface, waiting for the gentle tug that connects him to the depths below. As Henry settled into his boat, the contrast between the life above and the tranquility below enveloped him. Above the Tower Bridge, laughter and chatter rolled like waves, punctuated by the occasional ring of a bicycle bell or the rhythmic footfalls of tourists. Yet here, beneath the bridge's grand arches, a different world unfolded, a serene stillness interrupted only by the gentle lapping of water against the hull. He cast his line with practiced ease, feeling the familiar tug of waiting fish. With each catch, he shared whimsical anecdotes of the characters striding overhead, the couple stealing kisses, the street performer playing a lively tune, and the older man solemnly leaning against the railing, lost in thought. These glimpses of life, framed by the bustling city, left Henry with a sense of connection. Each moment a fleeting yet cherished link between the chaos above and the quietude beneath the surface. As the sun glimmers slightly over the horizon, Henry casts his line into the water once again, watching the ripples spread across the River Thames. Each splash resonates like a whisper of the past, the soft thud of his sinker echoing as it makes contact with the riverbed. He feels the familiar tug as a fish bites, a small perch glistening in the morning light. With a gentle deftness, he reels it in, sharing a laugh with the seagulls circling above, their cries mingling with the laughter of tourists on the bridge. Henry finds a joy in even the simplest catches, recalling the habits of these fish, how they dart about with instinctual urgency. For him, fishing isn't just a transaction, it's a communion with nature, a moment of connection where he is reminded that life above and below the surface thrives in harmony. As he returns the perch to the water, a sense of satisfaction swells within him, a dance with the river that deepens his bond with this timeless place. As Henry settled into the rhythm of fishing, his thoughts drifted to the myriad of secrets the River Thames concealed. With each cast of his line, he felt a connection to the stories buried beneath the surface, tales etched in the silt by ancient travelers and city dwellers alike. The Thames, once a bustling trade route, bore witness to shipwrecks, clandestine meetings, and lives intertwined. He could almost hear the murmurs of merchants haggling over goods and the laughter of children playing by the water's edge centuries ago. The water lapped softly against the hull of his boat, its gentle cadence whispering forgotten truths. Each ripple seemed to echo memories of those who had come before him, urging him to remember and honor their journeys. As he felt the tug on his line, he smiled, thinking that every fish caught was not merely a meal, but a glimpse into the vibrant tapestry of life woven through the river's depths. As Henry sat in the gentle sway of his boat, the distant sounds of laughter and chatter from Tower Bridge faded into a comforting hum. He closed his eyes, allowing the rhythm of the water to take him back to his childhood, where his grandfather's weathered hands guided him along the riverbank. "Every ripple holds a story, lad," his grandfather used to say, his voice like the soothing current. Henry could almost hear his laughter mingling with the playful splashes of fish jumping in the Thames. Each memory was a flash of a fishing lesson beneath a gray sky, the lessons anchored in simple truths about patience and respect for the river. The scent of salt and mud wafted through the air, transporting him deeper into nostalgia. He opened his eyes, feeling the weight of the past and the warmth of those timeless moments guiding his present endeavors. Today, he would honor those memories with every cast he made. Henry felt a sudden tug on his line, a sensation that sent a thrill through his weathered hands. As he reeled it in, he realized this was no ordinary fish. Breaking the surface, the creature glimmered like a sapphire under the fading sun, its scales catching golden rays and refracting light in a mesmerizing display. He had never seen anything like it, its form almost ethereal, as if it belonged to a realm beyond his own. As it danced in the water, Henry felt a curious pulse reverberating through the line, a connection that transcended the tangible. Memories of his grandfather filled his mind, tales of mystical creatures in the Thames echoing softly in his ears. A sense of wonder enveloped him, and for a moment he forgot everything, the city, the routine, the passage of time. In the presence of this shimmering anomaly, the river seemed to whisper secrets meant only for him. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm, golden hue through the arches of Tower Bridge, Henry felt a palpable shift in the air around him. The once gentle lapping of the water took on a deeper resonance, echoing a sense of mystery. He glanced at the shimmering fish still dancing in his mind, its kaleidoscopic glow whispering secrets of the deep. A fleeting breeze rustled the water's surface, drawing his gaze to the shadows beneath. He sensed a peculiar energy pulsing through the river, as if hours of storytelling lingered in the waters, waiting to be unearthed. The familiar sounds of passing cyclists and laughter faded, replaced by the river's soft whispers. Intrigued, Henry leaned closer, the weight of his fishing rod forgotten. Something extraordinary was at play, a connection sparking between his heart and the ancient currents below, and he could feel the echoes of untold tales beckoning him ever deeper. As the fading light casts long shadows beneath the Tower Bridge, a haunting melody begins to rise from the depths of the River Thames, swirling in the air with an ethereal quality. Henry's heart skips a beat, drawn to the inexplicable beauty of the sound that seems to weave through the waves. It's unlike anything he has ever heard, a symphony of whispers, inviting and mysterious, pulling him closer to the water's edge. He pauses, his fishing line forgotten in his hands, lost in this enchanting moment. The familiar clatter of bicycles and laughter from above dims, replaced by the river's murmurs that echo with ancient secrets. The melody dances around him, wrapping him in a cocoon of wonder as emotions surge within. The air feels charged, alive with possibility, and he senses the river calling him, bridging the gap between his world and the untold stories that lie beneath the surface. The city sounds faded like the last light of day, drifting into the distance as dusk enveloped the world above. The laughter of tourists and the rhythmic clattering of bicycle wheels vanished, replaced by a soft, enigmatic whisper, an enchanting call echoing from the depths of the River Thames. Henry felt an irresistible pull towards the water's edge, his heart quickening as the melody wrapped around him like a warm embrace. The air thickened with an energy he couldn't quite comprehend, making him acutely aware of every splash and ripple beneath the surface. It was as if the river was alive, its currents pulsing with ancient stories waiting to be unearthed. Entranced, Henry leaned closer, the cool evening air brushing against his cheeks. The haunting song beckoned him to dive deeper into the mysteries hidden within the Thames, urging him to uncover the secrets lying beneath its shimmering waves. He stood at the precipice, not just of the water, but of understanding. As the haunting melody swirled around him, Henry felt a profound shift in the atmosphere, as if time itself had momentarily paused. The sounds of the bustling city faded, leaving only the gentle murmur of the River Thames as it whispered its secrets to him. Each ripple seemed to pulse with life, echoing the stories of forgotten souls who had once navigated its waters. Beneath the surface, he sensed a myriad of voices intertwining, a chorus of laughter and sorrow, triumph and loss. With every heartbeat, the river called to him, urging him to step closer, to dive deeper into its embrace. In that transcendent moment, Henry realized he was not just a fisherman, but a vessel for the river's memories. He understood that he stood between two worlds, the vibrant life above and the rich tapestry of histories below. These connections were woven not only into the very fabric of the Thames, but also into his own heart. As twilight deepens, Henry sits in contemplative silence, the water lapping gently against his boat. He realizes that he is not merely a fisherman, he is a custodian of the River Thames, safeguarding its memories and the legacies of those who have ventured along its banks. Each ripple whispers stories of joy, sorrow, and fleeting connections, the laughter of families, the whispers of lovers, and the tribulations of sailors long gone. He feels an invisible thread weaving him to this rich tapestry of life, linking him to both the bustling city above and the mystical depths below. The sounds of the river blend with the distant hum of London, emphasizing the duality of his existence. In this moment, the mundane floats away, replaced by an overwhelming sense of purpose. He understands that it is his duty to share these stories, to ensure that the voices of the past echo into the present, reminding others of the magic that thrives beneath the surface. The evening air is thick with nostalgia as Henry gazes out at the shimmering surface of the River Thames, recalling the countless lessons his grandfather imparted. Each wave seems to hold a whisper, a fragment of the past ready to be unveiled. He remembers the gentle tug of a line, the quiet patience needed in fishing, and the stories that emerge from the depths of the river. It's not just about the catch. It's about connection, to the water, to the history that flows through it, and to the generations that came before. As the sun dips lower, casting a warm glow, he feels an overwhelming urge to honor those memories, to share the river's tales with anyone willing to listen. The blend of his personal journey and the stories of strangers who crossed the bridge thrives in his heart, a reminder that every moment is shaped by the echoes of those who have lived and loved.